Hello everybody, and welcome to the Mysterious Melee. This is the fix that I made, so this is the Help Me Hardcore 2.6.1. I did forget some important things like uncraftable chest plates, making a block, and making things not smeltable, but those things should now be fixed. There's also some extra touches like the lightning atmosphere and the twinkling in the sky. Um, I feel like the lighting atmosphere might be a little much, so if I get some feedback on that, that'd be pretty cool. Beyond that, there's some simple things that just also didn't get changed, but you can just read that in the changelog. But this is basically for those who wish not to read the changelog. These are basically the changes that we're going to be going over. So I'm going to basically just, I have a list of things on the side here. So basically, when it comes to blocks, the blocks we have, so we already know that we have normal like wool. So you can now make the carpets with those wools. They are. Don't forget, I did remember the loot tables. I know sometimes I forget that. Funny, funny, very funny. You can also make out. There is this thing called the cheese press. So you can boop, you can put that in there. I was supposed to make that a red flame. That's a little bug. I'm not fixing that though. That's not too bad. But they make turns cheese into cheese slice. Currently, cheese slice doesn't make anything, so if you guys want to give me food ideas that you could possibly make with cheese, um, I wouldn't be surprised or amazed with what you guys could come up with. We're also going to get into Healthstone in, well, we'll get to Healthstone in a moment. But let's talk about this man. So right now he's got the 14 3 32. I traded with him previously. So the thing with that is there's this armor, and one of the cool new things that you can make is perks. So perks used to mean a perk used to mean that you would not need the chest plate. Chest plates are now required, and it'll give you Hero of the Village. If I get rid of this, Hero of the Village. You guys don't have a JEI, that's only me. I can get rid of that. So what this Hero of the Village does is you can see it even further took this down. It's now he's extreme. Now he's like let's really make some trades. But if I take that off, it'll only last for like 10 seconds. So if I take it off, or if an armor piece breaks, um, as soon as I look at them, it'll go back to those original prices, sort of. I know I'm just discounted a little bit, but that's because I traded with them previously. So that's really cool. Some cool stuff. Um, the block now actually has a purpose. Ooh, let's see if I can do this quick enough. I'm not gonna be able to do this quick enough. Ghost block. Alright, so here's our new villager. That other one was left unharmed. And with our new villager, he trades, he basically says, I want this, and I'll give you this mysterious white debris. It comes into 4 tiers. It's white, mysterious white debris, mysterious yellow debris, mysterious cyan debris, and then mysterious magenta debris. And this is based off of the levels. So you can see, he wants this for this, and unfortunately, he only likes non-renewable resources, meaning things that you can only find in the world once, and once they're basically gone, they're gone. So if I just do one quick little trade, get some cold ore, he's gonna update his trades. And now he wants, if there's some eggs. These eggs are obtainable. I made sure that everything is eventually obtainable. I'm gonna be very careful with how this trading is. I want to see how far I can go. And then you can see, oh, this is because it's my mod stuff. My mod stuff is in the yellow tier, but you can see how, Heart of the Seas can only be found in treasure chests. But you see, the reason why this is here, or the reason why I made this guy, is basically you're taking something that you can only obtain once. Because you can, okay, I thought about it. You can get the eggs, but you can get the eggs through the lucky pieces, which you can only obtain once, if that makes sense. This guy actually personally gets his own class, and this is because this guy is just... Can I do this? No. You can see that he just has a ton of trades just going through. All these are in, I believe, his first trade. And then you can see level 2. These are all going to be in a second trade. This is all eggs. This is just his eggs trade, basically. Um, on the third level, There it is, level 3. This is everything that should be with it, like, concerning either things that are in Minecraft that have that yellow tag. The dragon head has a yellow tag, the elytra has a yellow tag, but everything else should be my mod. Roses, wolfsbane, raw beef ore, things like that. The fourth tier is going to be starting to deal with, well, either obviously things in Minecraft that have the cyan tab, but it's also going to be starting to get some more difficult stuff to find. So like the jewels are hard. But and then there is the final tier, which deals with you can get. I know you can get the amulets, mod blocks, lucky items, just straight, not even the pieces, actual items and blocks, just in one trade. So it's mainly all that. But yeah, this took forever. You can just about get anything that's a non-renewable resource, and there's like a lot of them. 2,500. Okay, we can go through drops. Poison, poison's axe. These, there it is. Poison's axe. These drops from cave spiders, and this is going to be used to make some of the like the poison materials, which will actually inflict poison when you hit an entity. Um, when it comes to trying to, okay, there we go. We have we have bacon, which drops from pigs. If you have the fire aspect, it'll drop the raw or the cooked bacon. Oh, I saved myself. I was like, did I add this? Yes, you should be able to cook bacon, and it should give you bacon. All right, sashimi is a. Oop, I'm in creative. Anyways, uh, sashimi is only they drop from tropical fish. When it comes to tin ore, they spawn all throughout the ground. You have regular tin ore, deep slate tin ore. Same thing for the silver. You got silver and then deep slate silver. These, if you can, when you drop them, they will drop normally. You just got these, and you just break them. And you get your raw materials, and then now you should be able to smelt those materials. So another thing is the tin ore. When you mix with the smithing table, do I have that one still out? No? Alright. So when you have the smithing table, what's really cool about the smithing table is that you can mix tin and copper, and you can get bronze ingot. Bronze ingot is used to make some things. I remember that's what I'm used to making it for. But there are bronze ingots, that's how you get them. You can't find them underground, but that is absolutely how you obtain them. Moving on to the weapons. I have them scattered everywhere. So the only things that you really need to know is that anchors are found in shipwrecks. That would be this one and this one. Now, this is your regular anchor, and this one's slightly more rare anchor. You can tell that one does more damage than the other, and one is also faster than the other. So, it's a hard hitter. Um, but since those are also rare finds, there is something called the Starless Knight. I'm trying to remember where that one is. If I look for it, it's right up here. This one can only be found in end cities. Very rare to find. But it's the only thing that does a base 15 damage with the 0.5% attack speed. Sharpness that will move up to 18. Everything else on this board is craftable somehow. Um, you can make you get your coral, but I will actually make individual videos for each of the items, like and stuff like that. I'm gonna start doing stuff for informational kind of stuff. The other thing is the Healthstone Pickaxe. What makes this really cool, and why do you want this basically? So we have coal. No, that's not gonna do anything. Obviously, if you have coal ore, it's gonna treat it as normal. Just break coal ore. But let's talk about like some of the regular like ores. So you have this, right? If you break it with a netherite, it gives you your obviously your raw tin. But if you break it with your, oop, I was not supposed to do that. I was supposed to break with the. Okay, but if you break it with a Healthstone, it'll notice that it drops the actual ingot. So I'm destroying my thing. So that's what's really cool. That's why you want this. This is found in the Nether. And another thing that makes Healthstone really cool is that it gives you the fire resistance perk. So this will make it very invincible for fire. All ore generations have been modified. I wonder if I go in spectator. This has a durability of 100. This has a durability of 16, and this has no durability at all. You can use this indefinitely. So it really depends on what effect it is. So things that are extremely helpful to the player don't don't have a durability. Things that help the the player in combat but aren't like overpowered or anything, um, those will be at high numbers, and things that severely advantage the player have a very low durability, and they can be broken very easily. Uh, Hearts are now edible. They only give you regeneration and absorption for 3 seconds. So basing on how many you have, this could be really good if you have a few of them. If you're just trying to save yourself from a quick, if you're on half a heart and you just kind of eat one just so that you're not on half a heart, that's usually mainly it's kind of like big purpose. But other than that, um, you just got to be wary of that. I updated the leaves in the jungles to be more green to help better fix the jungle environment. To me, they looked really out of place. These kind of look a little dark, but compared to what they used to be like they used to have like this blue tinge, and now from a distance, they look like they much better suit the environment. It's kind of harder to tell what's a banana tree. It's very easy to tell what the orange tree is due to the leaves, but that was something that ended up happening. The marble has been retextured. So one thing to keep in mind is when it comes to showing craftable, you don't actually need the iron. So for the iron tags, so they are required for things such as armor types. Um, but you'll notice that I can still, even if it doesn't really matter what I'm using. If as long as I'm using uh, the like they can be placed for iron, and yes, you can only turn them back into iron. So if you want to like compress it like that, you can. But platinum, titanium, silver, and tin have all been added as an iron. If you try and make an armor type thinking that you're going to be able to make the recipe, no, you can only do that with iron specifically. This is because in certain weapon recipes, it is you can't like it'll start to break things. So if you only have just certain materials and you need your iron to make your iron armor, you'll just have to turn it into iron with what you got, and then you can make your iron armor that way. That is intentional. Um, but yeah, you can still use your base iron, but those are all part of the same tag. If you have if you have something in your inventory, so something as simple as seeds, and then you die, doesn't really matter what kills you. It'll tell me what died, and this is your grave. It'll tell me my name, and anyone can click on it. When you click on it, boom, it gives me my stuff back. How crazy is that? Melon and pumpkin stems now have their own unique texture. Dark oak and purple blocks have been slightly desaturated. Improved lighting atmosphere, as well as the stars now twinkle. The campfire textures are now animated in the hotbar, as well as the soul sand texture. It now has soul soil at the bottom instead of dirt. Bottle O enchanting are now splashable, or splash textured because, well, they're thrown, not drunken. The galactic alphabet that gets put onto the crafting table is now in colored, as well as the bookshelves now have variation types. The brewing stand now has a brewing guide for those who don't know the regular Minecraft recipes. So you have what is the potion and then the actual effect, so the ingredient and the effect. So the gas tier makes regeneration, pufferfish makes bubbles, and then you have the opposing effect. So when you put in sugar, it gives you speed, but if you use that speed potion and add a fermented spider eye, it'll give you slowness. When kelp reaches its maximum age, it gets this cool little flower on top to let you know that that flower or that kelp is fully grown. Drip leaves have had their textures remodeled, and you won't see through the little top part anymore when you fall through it. Cat's texture has been modified to stop Z fighting. The bottom of the blaze rods have been retextured to make sure that they better fit the blaze the way it's supposed to. Iron bars have had their blocks, little block when you place them, is now retextured also to stop Z fighting. The bug fixes say that there is no longer an issue that when wearing your armor, if you wear a non-material item on, it will not crash the game anymore. Doors are no longer duplicatable. They used to be duplicatable that if you break the bottom block, it would give you 2 blocks. Now they give you 1, and axes should now break the doors faster for their material type, and this works for any type. Axes now affect that. Uh, I'm gonna see if I can get this one. There used to be a bug that, there it is. Spiders now once again drop spider eyes. I accidentally did this when I accidentally removed this when I made the silk, and I forgot to put in. So yes, they drop the silk, spider eye, and string as they should. Another one with a apparent missing loot table would have been the signs. They now should all have their loot tables in place and are breakable with an axe. Wolves can now be broken, apparently really quickly. I was going to say this one might be a little bit hard to prove, but you can now once again swim in chocolate milk. I know it looks like water because I gave it the water tag because that allows you to swim, because apparently you can only swim in water, and it's very hard to fix that easily. Well, that seems to be it. That is the update. I may have probably forgotten some things, and I didn't put them in the changelog. That happens sometimes, but don't worry. I am planning to go through individually. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through all of my mod items, and I'm gonna make a video on each individual one, how to obtain it, where you get it. So, like, obviously get the aquamarine underground, but they're biome specific, so what biome are they found in, and other stuff like that, to help you further ensure that you know what you're doing and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll be working on those tutorials. They should be really simple and easy, and hopefully they help you guys out a lot. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and without further ado,